Hey everybody, we're back on the sim rig today. I wanted to talk about something, a nice little update to the sim rig, which is the shifter mount that I 3D printed for the Playseat Trophy Logitech G Edition. Now, when we reviewed the Playseat Trophy, I mentioned that there is an official mount that you can buy to attach to this cockpit, but it costs $50 and then is an additional $100 for shipping to actually get it to me here in the USA. So I didn't really want to pay for that. I'm just using the Logitech shifter. And so I thought, I'd try my hand at 3D printing with the 3D printer that we reviewed a few years ago. I'll link to that up here if you want to check that out. But this is the process. And then I've also been really enjoying playing the new Forza Horizon 5 expansion, Rally Adventure. So let's dive in and take a look at those things. Thanks for watching 9 to 5 Toys. Be sure to like, subscribe, and enable notifications with the bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. So when coming up with the design for this, I kind of just took a look at what Playseat already offers for their shifter mount and then made a couple different decisions with it. So I did still do the same thing where there's basically a bracket that mounts on the two holes here that are already provided. And there is one on the left side as well if you'd rather mount the shifter over on the left. And then there is a bracket that attaches to that, just bolts onto it, that actually holds the shifter mount here. So I just measured, where the holes were for the actual Logitech shifter and got that positioned on here. Now, it did take a couple of iterations. My first one was a little bit too flexible. There wasn't enough strength kind of in the sidewall here. And so, if you were pushing to the right, it would flex even more than this. It does just a little bit here, but it's not too bad, especially when you're actually racing. The second iteration was much closer, but I still didn't feel like it was quite as close as I want it for a more natural position. I drive a manual car in real life. It's a 2005 Volkswagen Golf TDI, nothing crazy, but this felt a little bit more, similar to what that position is in real life for me, and so I moved it a little bit further forward, a little bit further down, and that's where it's going to be sitting for now. The only thing I would maybe want to fix here is eventually fix the angle of the bracket. It kind of sits back a few degrees right now, which I think this is designed to be flat, but it's really not that bad. I don't have any issue, getting everything into gear and finding that, so it's not that big of an issue, but that would be the only thing that I might want to tweak in the future. Now, we will be getting in some Moza racing gear here pretty soon, one of those items being their handbrake. So I imagine I would want to mount that, right here on top of this bracket. That will make mounting a little bit interesting. I'm thinking maybe I can just drill some holes in here to get that on there. We'll see how that actually goes once I get it in and see how to mount that, but otherwise I might have to redesign it a little bit there too. But we'll just have to wait and see on that. So I'm excited to check those things out as well. Now, I am using the Logitech Pro wheel and pedals, and the shifter won't connect to the Pro wheel out of the box. Logitech does now have a racing adapter hub that will allow you to connect the shifter, but I picked this up before that came out, so I opted to grab a third-party adapter that allows me connected to my PC, and so far that adapter has worked flawlessly for me. And I'll have links to all these down in the description if you want to check them out. But this has been just an absolute blast run on the new Forza Horizon 5 expansion, Rally Adventure. I've enjoyed, circuit racing in Assetto Corsa Competizione, learning to drift in Assetto Corsa and Forza Horizon 5, and now rallying has been a blast to dive into with this wheel and pedal setup. It can be a lot of work trying to get the car moving in the right direction, really feel like you're sawing left and right, but I think that adds to the fun, in my opinion. When playing on a wheel, I typically use the first-person view as it feels the most immersive, but it can get a little bit harder to see the rally races due to dust. There's often a helicopter that's a little bit in front of you that kicks up a ton of dust as it moves along. And additionally, in the race modes, not the rally modes, there can be a fair bit of dust kicked up from opponents when they're ahead of you, and so that can make it a little bit harder to see as well. But even through all that, when I'm hitting some jumps, chaining together some slides around corners, and shifting through the gears with this H-pattern shifter, it all comes together for a really fun racing experience. And overall, just on the Playseat Trophy, I still am really enjoying it when it's just me sitting here playing. There are times where my kids want to hop into the cockpit, and it would be nice to have some easier, quicker adjustments for that to make it suitable to their sizes. And then also, like playing with friends, if you want to trade off the seat, it's not going to fit necessarily everybody at the exact same time. So that still is the only downside really that I see with the Playseat Trophy is that there isn't quick, you can adjust it, but it's not a very quick adjustment if you're swapping in between different drivers fairly regularly. But that's gonna do it for this little update on the sim rig and the shifter mount and what I've been enjoying playing recently with the Forza Horizon 5 Rally Adventure. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments below. Are you still racing on a controller? Have you decided to jump into a wheel and pedal setup? You know, let us know what you're using. If you're looking for some other videos to watch, I'll link to our review of the Playseat Trophy as well as our most recent video. And thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up so others can find it easier and consider subscribing. This is Jordan with 9 to 5 Toys.